Morning folks, CJ here at Pierce RV in Billings, Montana. We'll talk to you this morning about the Cricket by Taxa. The little unit was designed by the gentleman that helped put the NASA space station together, so people had living quarters to stay in. Pretty interesting what they've done here, so I'd like to take a few minutes and just show you what the heck we have here. So here we go. If you look at the aluminum on this, this is all what they call aircraft gauge aluminum. It's not the thin stuff that you're used to seeing around town. It's also bent with what they call a metal brake. Everything is riveted together in a point, so it's not going to come unloose, and if it does, you can very easily reattach it. You're looking at this door, you've got storage compartments everywhere you look on it. You have a seal that when you shut it, nothing's going to be getting inside as you're going down the road. A perfect seal here also. It's a bubble seal. The bubble seal is on the inside, not out on the door hanging here, so it has a possibility of coming off. Let's go around the front here a little bit. Up front we have what we call in the RV industry the mother-in-law box, but you can't call it that now because you put your extra wood in here or whatever necessity tools you have to have when you're setting up camp. It's all made out of the gauge steel, broke, and it's also set up so if you do have rocks, it's going to hit and deflect off. That's going to be important when you're going down the road. If you look at this coach here on the front, you have an outside shower control here. This is your hookup for your outside shower. So you can actually have a shower when you're out camping, or maybe you want to just clean your fish before you take them to the fire. Things like that you're going to be looking for when you're going out camping. I think folks I'd like to point out, jack, easy to operate. They've made it so it's geared so anybody can run it, even myself. Last thing you want to do is be cranking on something real hard after you've drove an hour and a half to go camping. Very easy to crank it up off the ball. You do have a 2-inch ball on this, and what you have a lock. When here at Pierce, what we do when people buy from us, we also furnish them with a pin so it doesn't jump off the ball. It's going to be important to go down the road you don't lose it. Setting up camp, getting things level is important. What they thought of is they put a bubble on board here, so when you set up, you're going to be level. We'll see if we can get this level. Kind of way I felt the other night. There you are, folks. Didn't take long to level it out. Now we can go camping. The spin down jacks in the back, and then this in the front. What you have here is not decoration. It's actually tie down, what I call tie down loops or notches for stuff that you may have up on top. You'll have straps go clear back on top to the back end. Here you have a release for your opening up your coach. Just that easy to set it up. I think we had a timing here the other day to see how long it took to set it up. It took about 30 seconds to set the whole thing up. Speed is important when you're out camping. The more time camping, the happier you are. Inside here, you have a place for a water hose to go in to hook up to your sink. What you have here, folks, is a dual pane window. What's nice about a dual pane window is when you're out camping, the better insulation you have on the window, the less you have to run the heater or more blankets you have to put on. And that's what they've tried to design that for. Plus it is a slight tint on it, so it helps keep the heat out. This is also what you call radius cut windows. What's nice about a radius cut windows, at each corner there is no stress. The last thing you want is stress at a corner. So what they've done is build it this way. And the other benefit to it is when it does rain, you know when you go camping it always rains, right? Water runs off very easily. All this metal that's on the side of this coach, on either side, is bent in such a manner that it gives you a strength stress bend, if I've done that right. This little gadget here, people have asked me, what is this for? People have guessed from bottle opener to everything, but what it is another tie down. Tie down from over the top or tie down to the back. Along this side, nice fender well, again, that airplane gauge aluminum, heavy gauge, and they even give you a cricket to remind you what you're using. On the axle, it's a torque flex axle, independent suspension on each axle or each wheel. Also gives you what they call easy lube axle. Our folk here, first of all, I want to point out some things that are important. This little doodad here is a vent for your battery that's on board. You don't want any off gases from your battery, which will happen, so they vented it outside. Here you have a hookup for your portable water. If you're like at a KOA or someplace where they do furnish water, you can hook your hose up here. It's got a regulator. You have a regulator that you'd want to put on there so it controls it up to 35 pounds PSI. Here's your portable water fill. Pull that out, put your hose in it. When it bubbles over the top, you know your tank is full. On board here, you know, people probably have asked me 2 or 3 times when I've shown this thing, well, how do you hook it up for power? Everybody's going to have a power cord at home. Take the power cord with you, you plug it into here, plug it into your 110 receptacle, you have power. There's no cord to pull out, no cord to store. So you just, whatever power cord you take with you. Also, what is important is right here, a lot of people are going to solar cell. What you can do, this is already solar cell prepped, and you just set your solar cell outside, plug it in here, and you have power charging your batteries. Folks, we have jacks here in the back, what they call stab jacks or stability jacks. When you get ready to set up camp, very easy to crank down. Each side has its own jack. When you run these down, it's going to give you that stability that you're going to want when you're walking around inside the coach, or maybe laying back here sleeping. The last thing you want is wake up in the air. And by doing what we just have done right here now, we've made a platform out here. If you notice, there's one here and one on the other side. You know, you and your wife go camping, you know, you always could say you got his and hers benches, but what's nice, you've got a place to sit down, maybe see what's going on, or talk to your neighbor, or work on something that you've got a project going. Also, remember we talked earlier about things going on the back. You've got a place where you can stand up on the top here, get to your boat, get to your bike, or put other things that you need up there. Coming around to the back, have what they call a swing open hatch. Folks, they swing up the door like this. Also, again, you got the aircraft aluminum gauge metal back here. Again, it's strong, stable. The door, again, if we talked earlier about how things are bent, this is all aluminum. It's bent in such a manner it's going to give you strength at this point. Inside, you'll see that you have what they call 3D storage. Storage all the way through here, here, here. Access, clear to the front. This coach is designed in such a manner, in such a way that no matter where you go with this crazy thing, you've got all kinds of storage inside and out. Some of the things I'd like to touch on before we go inside, this is very garage friendly. It will fit in your garage. It is a clearance of 9 foot or 6'9", and you have You have 12-inch clearance underneath. So you go down the road, you can get all those bigger boulders. Things like that are important. Inside, your dimensions are going to be 6'4". I stand 6'3½". Well, maybe still. But anyway, I stand 6'3½". I can stand up inside. Some of the other things. Let's go inside and finish setting up camp. Come on in, folks. You remember earlier when I opened up the top of this coach, and then when you come inside, you grab this bar and you just push it up. We have set up camp. We're ready to rock and roll here now. You notice you got, again, the aluminum construction all the way through the rib. Got cross ribs on it. If you got places to store, you got holes. They're not for creating lightness. What these are created for is to tie budget cords to hang things from, whatever you want to do. Some of the other models do have it set up so you can have another bed hanging up here. There's just so much going on here, you know, you can't really do it all in one little video. It does come with a sink. Nice, so when you're doing the dishes, you got something to wash them, or you got your controls for your lights, pump. Go ahead. When we first started this visit video, I told you we was going to talk about storage and things of that nature. If you look here, for instance, you got a storage. We put things in. What's nice, they put a lip here so things don't slide out on the ground when you're going down the road. In this area, it is designed for a porta potty. And what's nice about that, also has a place to put the toilet paper, I guess I should say, huh? Storage, you've got on the floor, you got another one here. You have storage here, storage there, another opening on this side. There's all kinds of storage. You notice this little thing right here, 12-volt hook. So if you want to plug in your cell phone, charge it, you can do that. charge off of this, charge off for your heater, hooks it. These are all 12 volt. This is designed so you can go camping. You don't have to rely on anything but yourself. Everything is here. Big bed. I don't know about you, when I go camping, I want some room. And this will be made into a full bed. This lays down. This table spins around, sets in here. This pad's in here. So you have a full-size bed. Everybody has room to sleep. Hi, folks. Again, thank you for taking the time out in your busy day to take a look at this Cricket. It's quite the guy. It really is. Take a few minutes of your day and come out and take a look at what we do have in this. And there's more features here that could be showed to you. Maybe this is what you're looking for. Give me a call here at Pierce RV, 406-655-8000. Ask for CJ.